Naafiri is a voracious dune hound who thrives in mid lane and the jungle. She focuses on picking off weak enemies with her pack to get resets and take down the entire enemy team. The pack she leads will follow her and the Darkin inside into any fray just to get a taste of blood. Welcome to the unofficial Naafiri Champion Spotlight.
Who's a good dog? We are.
Naafiri is all about picking off weak enemies who wander too far away from the safety of their team. Her passive, We Are More, spawns packmates every 30 seconds who will attack the target of her attacks and abilities. The limit on packmates increases with level and if you cast your ultimate. The packmates are similar to Yorick schools and will take reduced damage from AoE, monsters, and minions. Her Q, Darkened Daggers, hurls a dagger in a line that inflicts a bleed for 4 seconds. After a short delay, Darkened Daggers can be recast. If it hits an enemy who is bleeding from the first cast, it will deal the remaining bleed damage instantly, plus additional damage based on the target's missing health. If this target is also a champion, Naafiri will heal. On hit, all packmates will leap to the first champion hit and attack them for 3 seconds. Darkened Dagger's second cast is where a large portion of Naafiri's damage comes from, so to make the most of her, ensure you are hitting both casts. Her W, Hound's Pursuit, causes her to charge for a moment before dashing to a targeted champion. Once started, this dash will follow enemies who move further away, but it will stop on the first champion hit, dealing physical damage increased for each packmate that dashed with her. This will also slow the target by 99% for a short duration. Her E, Eviscerate, dashes a short distance, dealing damage to enemies she passes through before exploding in a flurry of blades at the end for additional damage around her. During this dash, packmates will vanish and come back at full health. In a pinch, this can also be used to jump over thin walls. Finally, Naafiri's ultimate is Call of the Pack. When Naafiri casts her R, she summons extra packmates and gains bonus attack damage and vision of her surroundings. At the start of this ability, Naafiri also gains a burst of movement speed that's doubled outside of combat. During the duration of her ultimate, her packmates respawn twice as fast and gain extra HP, and upon hitting an enemy champion, Naafiri will gain a small shield. If Naafiri gets a takedown during her ultimate, all of these effects will be refreshed. Naafiri excels at short burst trades focused on hitting the second half of her Q. Once an enemy is low enough, she can then all-in them with her W and E to make sure she sticks close. Watch out for champions who have enough HP to trade your poke for gaining distance on you, as once they get close, it can be difficult for Naafiri to escape. Once Naafiri does escape early game though, she really starts to shine, as roaming with her ultimate to pick off enemies in their jungle can quickly snowball a game in her favor. Team fights are harder to navigate due to how squishy she is, but if you can pop in and out of the fight taking out low HP targets like a Pyke or a Kha'Zix would, the enemy team will be gray screened in no time. This is also made slightly easier due to the massive vision and speed up provided by her ultimate. Call of the Pack, when used well, can be a great setup for contesting objectives with your team as you get vision of the area and movement speed to flank around and knock out the enemy carries. Follow any escape attempts with Eviscerate and Hound's Pursuit before finishing kills with Darkened Daggers recast. Naafiri, the Hound of 100 Bites, is here to chase her enemies down and tear them apart. Thanks for watching, and sub if you enjoyed.
Hello there.